Now, just as a reminder that these championships are a big event for New South Wales, but they are, of course, a stepping stone to the National Masters Championship to be held in Perth in a couple of weeks' time. If you want to enter as an individual or as a crew, nominations are being accepted up until Sunday next week. And here in New South Wales, you'll have 2 p.m. That's midday Perth time, of course, to get your application in. I'm told that there are ample boats available to borrow or even to hire if you want them from Western Australia clubs, and there's a fairly big orphan list as well. So if you as an individual would like to compete and don't have a crew to compete, just contact Rowing Western Australia and they can do the negotiations for you.
So out of interest in regards to the Masters Premiership Shield, going into this regatta, I believe last week we had an updated point scores. It is current as of the 29th of April. The North Shore Rowing Club were leading that shield, followed by only 18 points. So I think that's about 3 gold medals worth by Sydney Women's MLC. And they were only leading very narrowly over the Mossman Rowing Club. Of course, this regatta being worth, I believe, triple points as a championship regatta. So will be very interesting to see how much change we have throughout this regatta in the decision for the Masters Premiership Shield.
Well, I think we'd accept a few bets up here. What odds will we offer? But it sounds like a very close result, but all will be revealed at our state presentation dinner.
Do have a start underway of race number 143, which is the final of the men's D-grade double scull. I think these crews would have gotten on the water believing they were racing only the heats, and we've just officially consolidated the 2 heats due to a few scratchings into a final, a 9-boat final, as the crews approach the 500-metre mark over the next few seconds.
Being a final, that means this will be our first presentation of the afternoon session of rowing. So we wait with bated breath to see of these 9 crews who gets there. I'm looking very carefully at St George at the moment on the grandstand side. They look very, very prominent at this stage, but there's still 450 metres of the race yet to go.
The grandstand side, it looks like they're just a little bit more exposed to the wind there. They definitely look like a very tidy crew closest to us here. But through the 500-metre mark, we saw the international crew from the Cambridge Rowing Club of Hobbs and Gibbons in the lead in a time of 1 minute and 45 seconds. Just a second over the composite from ANU and Black Mountain, who then lead that St George crew closest to us.
It's interesting to see our 2 New Zealand clubs racing here. That's West End and Cambridge, but Cambridge we can see they're rowing in the centre of the field, lane 5 in the all black with black blades, black spoons, and they're moving very well indeed. They've lifted their rating, and I look across the field to the ANU Black Mountain Composite. They're up there as well. St George are with it. So this is going to be a great race, and I would think a very, very good time. But that composite crew over there with ANU Black Mountain moving their boat very, very nicely indeed. They've lifted their rating. Their work through the water is good, and they're drawing away. Now, a very well-judged race indeed. Stayed in the background until the last 300 metres, and then they pushed it. They will go across the line to be number 1. Number 2 will come out of Lake 5, the Cambridge. I think it's the Cambridge crew. Well, that's what they said. And I think St George in 3. But what do the judges say?
According to the results in front of us, we're seeing, I think that one's maybe needs updating.
Yeah, I think we take that with a grain of salt, that result on the screen, and we'll see what the revised listing may be, if in fact there is a revision.
So to my eye, it did look like that composite crew from ANU and Black Mountain did storm home to the lead there. As John said, a very well-judged race, and it did appear that the composite from Sydney Women's and Glebe may have just come in second, and then it was very tight, too tight to call from where we're sitting between the international crew from Cambridge Rowing Club and the crew closest to us from St George. So we'll just await official results for that one.